Hello beauties, welcome back to the vlog. This week I am asking for your support and advice as I am out doing a brand new thing that I have not done before, and that is selling my own idea that I came up with, unique to me. And we have a great team here helping make this idea a reality. We're about to do a huge pivot in our company, which is super exciting. On Monday, I talked with you a little bit about my fear of addressing a new idea and going out and being the one who sells this. And thank you so much for your comments and feedback. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about the self-doubt that creeps in when you go to reach out to a big deal person, or even when you have to do something on the day-to-day, to stay that consistent and that energized and connected with everything. Today, what I want to talk with you about is worth. And this is something that I've struggled with in the past, sometimes in the current life that I'm in, and is also something that I hear from a lot of women. I mentor a number of people, and I myself have mentors. It's something that affects us where we think someone helps us, and I'll hear myself saying out loud, and sometimes in my head, but often out loud even, I'll say, well, I don't know why that person helped me. I don't know if I deserve that. Wow, that person was so good to me. I don't know if I earned that. And there's this language that we use where we discount our worth and discount the other things we've done for other people, that of course they would help me or you or someone in the community, because that's what friendship looks like. That's what collaboration looks like. But we forget that, and we use this language that we have, this rhetoric for ourselves. So I wanted to share a story with you today about my dad's mother. I don't talk a lot about her. She's been gone for a long time. You've seen posts and heard me talk about my mom's mom. We were very close when I was in my early adulthood. But my dad's mom was someone who I spent a lot of time with as a child. For those of you who don't know, I had a bit of a rocky childhood. So my sister and I spent a lot of time at my dad's mom's house. Her name is Grandma Peters. Grandma Peters had sold jewelry, and she spent most of her life taking care of her kiddos, doing a variety of jobs, and then she found a jewelry line called Sarah Coventry, which is the equivalent today of maybe Stella and Dot, where there's people who sell to their friends in their homes, that sort of thing. She didn't think she could do it. She went to a show and she thought, well, I don't know. I mean, I can't sell. I don't have a voice. Who am I? She was very introverted for a long time. And someone said, no, why don't you try this? Try and sell this and do this thing. And so she tried it, and she was incredible at it. I have a lot of friends that do Stella and Dot, Amy Hendricks, Grace Godfrey, Tatiana Cheever, among to name a few, Christina Payne. We have a lot of people doing this, and it's a great way to connect with other women. It's very empowering. You feel like you're in control of your own destiny. Cool. So my grandma was doing this, and she started to just kill it. She became a regional director, and she had all these people reporting to her, and she had all these people working with her, and she started winning all these awards. She started winning trips. She was going to Hawaii. She had never left her state. She had grown up in North Dakota. Her brothers, she was one of 7 kids. Her brothers had moved to California, and she came along, like it was just what you did. And she had 2 little kiddos who, at the time that she started doing Sarah Coventry, I think that one of my dad was in college, and I think my aunt was married. But she was winning all these trips. She was seeing the world, and it changed her. It completely changed her, and she was terrified to do this, and she didn't feel like she had earned it. And what's really interesting is that in the end of this, when she was getting ready to retire from it, she won. They gave her a ring, and I'm wearing it, and it's this diamond ring. It's very busy. It's not really my style, but I'm wearing it, and here's why. She would keep the jewelry that she'd won from this after she retired. By the time we were in her home, she wasn't doing this anymore. She had sold out of it. But she would keep it, and she would never wear this ring. And my cousin Stephanie would say, well, Grandma, why aren't you wearing that ring? She's like, oh, it's really big. It's kind of gaudy. It's blah, 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 blah. And Stephanie said, well, Grandma, I mean, you earned that. She's like, I don't know. It just seems kind of showy and braggy and blah. And over time, my cousin and my aunt who's passed and me were saying to Grandma, you should wear that. You're worth it. And over time, she was like, I am worth it. And then, by the time that I was in middle school, she wore this ring every day, and she wore her wedding set and this ring, and she was like, I'm worth it. I earned that. I did that. And she started to own it, and she changed again. You sit a little taller. You're a little bit stronger. You have a different voice. You act differently, And then it went to my aunt. My aunt had it. She passed. She gave it to my cousin. And then I received it one day in the mail from my cousin to pass it on to me. And it's been sitting in my drawer for all the same reasons that my grandma said. I'm like, oh, it's kind of big. It's kind of bulky. It's not really my style. I didn't earn it. It's not me, but I'm worth it. And I did earn it. And I can do it. And so can you. So when you're wondering if you have worth, you do. And I do too. And it's a great reminder, if it's this trinket that I'm wearing, or if it's something you keep in your pocket, or it's a meditation you do, your friends or your family, whatever it is, that to remind ourselves that we do have that worth, that no one can take that away from us. That's inside. So I'll see you tomorrow.